Okay, so we're recording. Camilo, say hi. Say hi. So let me share my screen. It's all funny right now. All right. What's this? Oh no. Hello, hello.
Hello.
Okay, so it's not even at the beginning. Okay, so we're recording. Let me make sure I mute you guys. I feel like I'm new at this. It's been so long. I've been on calls, but just hosting them. I feel like it's been 2 months already. But anyways, thank you guys for hopping on. And if you're watching the recording, thank you for watching the recording. Hopefully you guys can understand me. I have a bit of a sore throat, and I think I have the cold officially. So today's Wednesday, January 25th. It's so funny. Every time we want to have a call where like 5 of us want to get on, something goes wrong or I don't feel good, and I'm like, okay, I have 2 choices today. I could either act like a little girl and be like, oh, I don't feel good and I can't talk and not have the call, or I could just suck it up and have the call anyways. So here I am sucking it up. So the topic for today is how to take hold of your business in 2017, and it's really just what came to my mind, just the time that we're in right now, and kind of how I've seen you guys run your business the past year, and things that I've seen you guys go through, things that you guys have personally shared with me. So how to take hold of like your business in 2017 kind of just came to my mind. So let's go ahead and get started. So real quickly on the agenda, I'm just going to go over some quick recognition because we all love to be recognized. Some quick Beachbody updates. If you're out of the loop, I'll get you in the loop. What I'm currently reading, well, I actually just finished that book and I need to order my next one because my goal was to read 2 books this month. Yes. Number 4, how I'm growing my Instagram and Facebook. I've kind of already shared that with you guys, but I haven't really shared what I've been doing on Facebook, so I want to share with you that tonight. Number 5, tips for your business this year. And I love this quote. I love like hustle quotes. Ridiculously awesome things come to women who hustle. Okay, so quick recognition. This is our Success Club leaderboard. Sarah is leading our team with 4 Success Club points. Jasmine was at 2 points. I don't know why she's back at 1. I have to message her. I don't know if she'll watch this call, but earlier this month she had 2 points. Someone had purchased an all access challenge pack and now she's down to 1. They had to adjust one of my points too, so I don't know if she's aware of that, but she does have some successful points. I'm currently at 5, shooting for 10 plus. So good job, ladies. And if you're not on this board, you guys definitely still have time to at least hit 5 this month, especially if you guys want to start earning, I was going to say cruise dollars, but Success Club trip dollars for next year's Success Club trip. Okay, so these are some quick Beachbody updates. This is the actual link. I think I'll click on it in a little bit for Riviera Maya. That's our Success Club trip for 2018. Every single January, they have double dollars. So you have the opportunity this month to earn more, like even by working less, if that makes sense. So for instance, like to get like a basic room, I think it's like $1,200. So you need to earn that in Success Club points. That's how you earn this trip technically for free. All you have to do is help people, which helps you grow your business and you grow your income, and you're earning points and dollars towards that trip. So instead of getting $10 for one Success Club point, they usually give you $10 for one Success Club point throughout the whole year. Every single January, they double that. So for every 1 Success Club point, you get 20. So if you do the math, you can easily earn $500 this month that goes towards your trip, and you can get that paid for a lot sooner. And this year they're doing it very differently. I read everything on the Success Club Trip 2018 page, and Actually, it was in the email they sent me. There's no wait list at all for this trip. Every single year they've had a wait list.
That's Marie.
For the cruise, I had to get off the wait list. For Punta Cana, I was on the wait list and I got off. But this year there's absolutely no wait list. So the only thing, I'm assuming they have a certain amount of, I think there's only 5,000 people they're giving this to. And there's a few different waves. So I'm assuming the first one is going to be 2,500 and the second one 2,500. So it's just 5,000 coaches that I don't know how they're doing it as far as Success Club points, because I got an invite and I'm only at Success Club 5. It's not even based on rank or anything like that. So I don't know if they're just going to they could easily be done with the 5,000 by summer. But the goal is for you guys to just be hitting Success Club. I don't want you guys to go another year without missing Success Club this month. Another big thing that's going on right now is our new All Access Pass to Beachbody On Demand. This is just a quick little picture that I have on my current application. So if you guys didn't know, if you've been out of the loop, you get 3 Success Club points for the All Access Challenge Pack. You get a $70 commission. I'll have to read up on this, but I think I just answered my own question. This challenge pack is only going until February 28th. So that is the absolute last day that you have the opportunity to earn 3 successful points instead of 2 and a $70 commission per challenge pack that you help someone get started on. And it's honestly a really good deal. I've had some people, there's a lot of people that are on the fence, and I think a lot of people are waiting until next month. But if I really think about it, it's such a good deal. Such a good deal, because they're getting a whole bag of Shakeology, they're getting a whole set of the containers, and they're literally getting access to Beachbody On Demand for the entire year. And everything is unlocked. For those of us that have tried BOD, not everything was unlocked. We had previews to programs, but now they literally get everything unlocked, which is crazy. So I've been working really hard and trying to show people and let them understand it's a really big deal. So I did help one coach get started with this challenge pack, so it was really cool, and she's excited to have that membership all year, and I'm currently talking to a lot of people about it. So it's really just breaking it down for them and really helping them see the value. And I keep telling people, you're literally paying for an online annual membership. If there's days that you don't want to go to the gym, you'll have Beachbody On Demand. I have people that travel a lot. I'm this is perfect for you. I had some girl, she is what is it called? I don't know. She works for an airline, and she travels every day. So this is something she can do in her hotel room. So it's just finding what people need and giving them the solution. And 99% of the people are really busy. So it's a lot more convenient for people to work out at home and to have that and to just work out in that privacy. A lot of people are too nervous to go to the gym, so they could start with Beachbody On Demand at home. Another thing, if you guys didn't know, they did drop the price of the Beachbody portion control containers. The reason why they did this is all in the back office in the breaking news section. They brought down the price from $19.95 to $9.95 to, I guess, compete with the competitors, because there's people out there you guys, I'm sure you've seen these at I don't know, I don't want to say Walgreens, but at Walmart. People have seen the portion containers at Walmart and Target and places like that. So we were kind of in competition because they were really cheap there, and they were the exact same colors and sizes. So Beachbody lowered the price. I've had people where they want an extra pair, so it's just good to know that it's $10 now instead of $20. Okay, I just finished reading this incredible book. Seriously, I need to reread it several times this year. I just read it so fast because it's so good. I haven't read a book so good like this in so long, and there's only so much that I can tell you guys about it. I literally have I wish I could show you guys, I literally have everything highlighted and marked down. But this book really is a mindset shift, and the 12-week year basically, on the front it says get more done in 12 weeks than others do in 12 months. And he trains us how to break down our goals into quarterly goals and how to break it down into tasks Like if I have one goal, I have to come up with 5 to 10 tasks that I need to be doing either daily or weekly to make sure I hit that goal. And he makes it like so simple, like literally any goal that you'd want to set, like you can accomplish. Most people don't take the time to plan for it, to reverse engineer, to write out their goal. So it was a really good book, and he basically, the guy's name is Brian. He encouraged me to kind of switch up the way that I do our team calls this year. He says in here that we should be doing this collectively as a team. So imagine if what we set annually as a goal, we hit that in 12 weeks. So the whole point of this book is to, instead of think of 12 months, I'm thinking in like 12 weeks. So of course, by the end of 2017, like if I follow this to a T, I'm actually going to hit more goals than I set out, because now 12 weeks is an entire year. So by the end of the year, I'm technically like 3 years in, if that makes sense. So you really have to read this book and like study it to like really get what I'm saying. And like this is like one of the most popular books that coaches are reading right now. If you don't want to read, you can listen to it. But in here, he says again that I need to be doing this with my team, and we need to be having. It's called a WAM. It's WAM. It's a weekly accountability meeting. And in these accountability meetings, we literally go over our activity. There's no BS. There's no negativity. We don't waste our time talking about what's not working. We spend our time. It's very focused time. It's a very quick call. It shouldn't take longer than 20, 30 minutes. But we share our activity. And it's just like, it's that accountability. And he talks about here, like the science behind accountability. Like, you need to like be a self-master. Like he talks about, like no one can really hold you accountable to anything. Like you have to really want something, and you have to really have that hunger for something in order for you to actually accomplish it. Like no one's going to hold you accountable to anything. Like you can't always expect people to hold your hands in life and in business. So it's a really good book. I really want to study it so I can teach you guys and kind of so we can do this as a team, but it's going to be really hard if you guys don't read this. So I really encourage you guys, if you're not reading anything, get this book. My next book is going to be The 10X Rule by Grant Cardone. At our coffee date, we talked about, that was one of my goals, was to finish this book and start The 10X Rule. And I'm excited that a few days before the month ends, I'm already done with this book and I'm going to get a second one. Last year, I didn't take personal development as serious. I kept rereading the same books. And that's fine, because every time you reread something, you catch something different. But it's also really cool to see like how much you really do grow when you like dig into like new books and actually implement what you're reading. So I want you guys to get this book. Okay, so next thing. Okay, so now let's talk about how I'm growing my Instagram and my Facebook. I kind of already mentioned to some of the girls. Let it go. Oh, that's Sarah. I'm sure Alyssa's listening to that. Let me mute her. Hi, Alyssa. Okay, so you guys are muted now. Okay, so how I'm growing my Instagram and my Facebook. Okay, so the number 2 things that I'm doing, and that the only things I've actually changed 3 things. Okay, so number 1 is the Loop giveaway. I already talked about that a little bit. If you're watching this for the first time and you don't know what I'm talking about, there is an account called Giveaway Sisters on Instagram. They do Loop giveaways. A lot of the people that enter are mainly bloggers that are trying to grow their audience within their blogging world and Instagram. So you have a $28 to $38 buy-in, and you enter this Loop giveaway, and you literally grow from like 300 to 600 followers, targeted, real people. 99% of them are women who already have pretty big accounts. So they're like influencers. So it's really good to have connections with influencers, because you never know when they're going to give you a shout out or when they're going to join your group. And hey, what if they join your group and end up loving it and lose 50 pounds? They're going to go and share about that on their Instagram. They're an influencer. They have influence. So they're going to talk about it. Even if they don't become a coach, like they're going to send you referrals. So it's really important to have connections with other people that are outside of our Beachbody world and who have influence on social media. So my goal is to do 1 to 2 a month. Last year, I only did like 1 every other month. So this year, I kind of want to up my game because I really enjoy seeing like how much my account has grown with like actual real women. Number 2 was hiring that guy that I told you guys that he charges $60 a week. He basically mass follows and mass unfollows. And all you do is give him like specific hashtags you want him to go through. Like I basically gave him hashtags that I was already using, and he actually goes through them and like likes like certain people. Like I told him what to look for. Because I want to be very specific. So that'll make growing my business and finding clients easier if I'm very specific. So I told him I'm looking for like, you know, people that are always talking about being busy, or like women that are into like fashion and makeup, and moms. People that are on their weight loss journey, so stuff like that. And so he charges $60 a week, and he actually has worked with a lot of other coaches in the company. I got their opinion first, and I trust them, and so far it's going well. Here I have a screenshot of an app that I use to track my business. It's called the Followers app. So that number you see right there, new followers, 984, is just from 3 weeks, literally close to 1,000 new followers. And like I'm telling you, like I track this stuff. It's like real people. They're all women, moms. Most of them have kids in their profile picture. So that's something very important to me, because I don't want to just grow my number and it be a bunch of like random people. Like that's not going to help me. And you know, this, I don't know if you guys already have this app, but it's really helpful for me. And I really just use it for new followers and people that have unfollowed me. If someone unfollows me, I'm following them, I just unfollow them. That's just something that I do. I don't even dwell on like, oh, if that one friend that I thought was my friend unfollows me, like I really don't care at this point, like whatever. And a lot of people unfollow me and end up following me back again. Like I've had like 3 new people follow me back on Snapchat, and I'm like, oh, so you do like me. So you do want to see what I'm doing. So that's pretty much what I've been doing on Instagram. I do want to share with you guys that I know that last year, and I think a lot of coaches and training, like we hammer in, you need to be posting 3 to 5 times a day. Well, I think the way that the algorithm is working, like 3 to 5 times a day wasn't really doing anything for me. And at some points I felt stressed out. So now I'm committed to posting at least 2 times a day. If I post more than that, it's because I have time and I want to post something fun. But my goal is to have a morning post and an evening post, because that's when I have the most engagement. Throughout the day, whatever, I don't really get much engagement. Sometimes I do during lunchtime. But if I ever post during lunchtime, it's like a whatever. I don't want to say it's like a whatever post, but it's not something where I'm trying to get emails or I'm trying to like, you know, tell people like about Beachbody on Demand or whatever. It's more of like a lifestyle post. Like yesterday around lunchtime, I posted about the drink that I was drinking. That's not something where I needed like everyone to see. It was more of like a lifestyle. Like this is kind of what I do. This is what I like to drink. So maybe that'll help you guys. I know that for a long time I was like, you need to be posting 3 to 5 times a day because that's what other people were telling me. And that's kind of what I was doing. But at this point, I don't feel like 3 to 5 times is necessary, at least on Instagram, maybe on Facebook. But 2 times a day is perfect. Anything less than that, don't expect to grow your account and don't expect to bring in new clients that way on Instagram, because Instagram is a very fast world. And social media in itself, it's a very fast world. And if you're not consistent on there, people will easily unfollow you and you're a lost cause. Like they're forget about you. Okay, so Facebook. So I recently joined this Facebook group. It's close to 400,000. It's close to 4,000 members. It's called Ambitious Millennial Entrepreneurs. This girl is my age, and she's basically like a life and business coach. And she's taught me a lot about things that I really want to get into this year. I said I was going to do it last year and I didn't, which is Facebook ads, creating an email list, having an actual website, and creating like free ebooks and stuff like that, and just creating like different sources of income so I'm not always relying on Beachbody. And the cool thing about this is that I've made so many connections in this group where like they're adding me and I'm adding them, and they're literally like, we're just giving each other like free resources. That I don't know if you guys missed that in the team page a few days ago. I posted about someone who had like a whole list of like different hashtags well, that other girl's like a business coach and she posted her thing in here. So it's basically, this group is basically for like anyone that has like an online business, and we're like small business owners, like just supporting each other. Like in there's like life coaching, there's holistic coaching, there's like, oh, I'm a professional like stylist, like anything you can think of, they're in there. But like we all support each other. So it's pretty cool because I've made new connections that way. And I'm not saying that they'll like eventually become a client, but it's just good to have those connections with other people that have influence and that have different businesses, because you never know, you can collaborate, and that is how you kind of like, you just help each other grow. And I've learned a lot of like email marketing and stuff like that, stuff that I really want to get proficient in for the long term. So it's a good group if you guys want to be added to it. I'm in there. And one time a day, I'm sorry, I'm like all over the place. And I learn something new every week. Like there's a lot of people in there with a lot of knowledge, and it's a millennial entrepreneur group. So it's girls our age, like literally from 20 to 30. So it's a really cool group if you guys want to check it out. Okay, so how am I growing on Facebook? I'm telling my Instagram followers to find me on Facebook. Usually if I'm going to go live, or if I post a little bit of a longer post, I tell like my moms like, okay, go follow me on Facebook. And I've had a few handful actually go and find me. Adding myself to groups and starting conversations. Again, I'm a part of this group and a few other new groups that I have found. And a lot of them are just mom groups. But I mean, again, you guys, it could be anything. It doesn't have, it could be makeup. It could be like, now that we want to get into photography, like now I'm going to get into photography groups, and I'm going to make a bunch of new friends that are into photography. And it's just finding whatever you like and finding groups for that. Like there's groups for everything, and just starting normal conversations with people. I'm like in a Moms of Corona group, and I've had like a bunch of people add me just because I'm in there like giving my advice. Like it's kind of like, you know, like your Facebook thread, but it's like in a specific group. And like those moms are like local, and we don't have any mutual friends, but we're in there just liking each other's stuff. And what do you do when your kid has a fever, whatever, giving each other advice, and we end up adding each other. And that's kind of how I've grown as well. Live video, my goal this year is to go out live at least 2 to 3 times a week. And I have already failed at that, but I want to recommit to it. But I have some screenshots here of like my live video. And when I first got started, like, and even some of my videos now, I only get like 200 views. But some of these, like, I just want to show you guys that it doesn't always have to be health and fitness. One of them, I talked about Camilo's speech and audiology appointment. The other one was like my Ipsy bag that I got subscribed to. So I do like makeup. I don't like it enough like I used to. I don't spend money like I used to on it, but I still like really like it, and I still follow YouTubers and like makeup gurus and stuff like that. So I'm like, well, this is kind of a part of me. Like, why not talk about it? And it's something different, and it helps me connect to other people. Like, if I'm always talking about health and fitness, like that gets boring, right? And that's not like, I'm more than just that, right? And then the other one was a video that I did from Core de Force in my sports bra. And even though I didn't felt the skinniest, I still did it, and it got close to 800 views, 40 likes. And so for me, I'm like, okay, like I'm growing, like other people are seeing my stuff. So live video pops up in other people's news feeds that aren't even friends with you. So that's going to help you grow. And I've had people like follow me. I'm close up to 800 followers on Facebook. So that means most of them don't even have me added as a friend. So it's just important to really just expand your network, and you don't have to overwhelm yourself. Like I just do Facebook and Instagram, and it's pretty doable. So I just kind of wanted to share that with you guys. Okay, so now I want to get into the helpful tips for this year. I really just brain dumped whatever was on my mind at that time. So number one is to create a vision board. You guys, like, I shared this with you guys. I created one in 2016, and I hit 4 things out of the entire vision board that I created. And I was mind blown, because I used to be that person where I would see that stuff and I'm like, oh, that's corny. That doesn't work. That's weird. Like, no, you just need to work hard and pray. Like, I was that person, and I was like, you know what? okay, like I've been a coach for 3 years, like let me try this dang like vision board. And I finally did it at the end of 2015. And I literally only looked at it like 3-4 times last year, which isn't enough. Like it's something that you should be looking at every day. And when I looked at it like in October, I think, I was like, oh, like the biggest thing for me was Punta Cana. Like I earned it, and it was something that was on my vision board, and like it worked. So I have this that I haven't completed yet. I've been lazy. I have to actually print everything, but I got this cork board off Amazon. How much was this? I think it was like $12, and I literally just printed this from I just found it online. It says 2017 vision board, and I'll share with my vision board with you guys right now. It's on my desktop, like here on my computer. I used PicMonkey, and I set goals for my spiritual goals, financial goals, health goals, fitness goals, relationship and marriage, and I think that's it. But I tried to like I wanted to be well-rounded. I didn't want to focus on just like business and stuff like my whole life. So number one is to create a vision board. Like you guys have to have a vision, like, and it can't just be in your head. Like you need to like write it on paper and put it somewhere where you can see it. And if you don't have a big enough space, print it out like on a piece of paper and put it on your fridge. You need to see it every single day. Number two is to always be intentional. Be intentional in your conversations. Be intentional on your video. Be intentional in person. Be intentional about the way that you post. Just make this year about you being more intentional about everything that you do, about your workouts, like the food that you're eating, the books that you're reading, like stuff that you're putting out into the world. I've been listening to Gary Vaynerchuk a lot, his podcast. And he talks about like what you put on the internet matters. And I know that sometimes we might post up a silly picture or like or whatever thing, or we might do something on like a Snapchat and we might not think it's like that big of a deal. But he really said like it's your personal brand. Like whether you believe it or not, people are perceiving you a certain way. So it's just always be intentional, like always be your best self. I'm not saying you have to be perfect, but just have that in mind and just be intentional about what you're putting out into the world and on the internet. Number three, track your business. I'm sure you guys are somewhat like me, and I don't mean that in a bad way, but you know, when you're growing your team and stuff, like, how do I say it? I feel like some of you are kind of in a position where I was like my second year, where like Lindsay was like doing all these things and like she was like running full force, and I just kind of felt stuck. And I wasn't really tracking my business. Like I would tell her I was doing things, and then when she'd call me out on it, like I didn't really have like specific numbers or specific activities that I could share with her that I've been doing. And a lot of it was like fear. Like I'd say I'd do things and I wouldn't do them. And your team like follows after you. So if I've been in that position before, like I feel like if it's kind of trickled down into our team. So again, I'm sure you guys all have your planner. I have my planner in here. I'm not tracking, but I feel like I'm tracking my life with this. And I do have a daily to-do list that I work from. And I have a separate notebook where I'm tracking names. And I'll make separate lists. I'll make a list for, you know, people that are interested in coaching, and then people that are interested in like in a challenge pack, and then people that are interested in like other products. I try to keep my list very simple and like no more than 2-3 lists. And that's how I'm tracking names. The Google Forms that we use for like applications, that's a really great way to track as well, because it keeps everything in one spot, like in a Google Sheet. If you're not a pen and paper gal, I really suggest you guys do like a spreadsheet. But track your business. I want to share with you guys here. I do use my planner to track my numbers from my social media accounts, because to me, like I want to like, that's the thing. Like if I'm constantly posting videos and pictures, I don't want to always do it for fun. Like I want to make sure I'm growing. Like I want to be like Raina one day and have like 50,000 followers on Instagram. I don't want to stay stuck at 5,000. So of course I need to track it. I need to see what's working and what's not. So let me share with you guys like my numbers. Every Friday, I picked Friday, I literally just write on here. I have Instagram, Facebook, and Facebook follow. Those are the only 3 numbers that I'm tracking right now. So on January 11th, it said that on Instagram I had 5,368 followers. I'm pretty much close to almost 6,000, which was my January goal, was to hit 6K, which is part of the reason why I entered that Loop giveaway, to help me give me that boost. On Facebook, it said on January 11th, I was at 2,361 friends. I'm up by like 10 numbers because I made sure that I'm adding people daily. And my Facebook follow, it said I was at 724 on January 11th. Today's the 25th, and I'm at 741. I just checked before I got on the call. So I'm up. I'm growing slowly, but I'm growing. I wouldn't know that if I wasn't tracking it. If I look at this number from like a year ago, I'd be super proud of myself, because that last year I was like 2,000-3,000. But that's why it's super important to write this stuff down and to track it. I already talked about committing to posting 2 times a day. Okay, we have 10 minutes left. Number 5 has been huge for me. All of last year, I committed to sending thank you cards to all of my clients. You guys, look, these are $1. Anytime I'm at Target, even if I tell myself I'm only going to go for diapers, if I see these in the dollar bin, I get them. It's an investment. And I get like 2 or 3 at the same time, because it's $3. And they all come with like 8 to 10 cards. So I don't care if they buy just Shakeology, if they buy just the 21 Day Fix, or if they get the whole challenge pack. I make sure I send them a thank you card. Danny Johnson taught me this. Everyone loves snail mail. And this isn't like getting those bills in the mail. Like, this is an actual card where I took time out of my day to sit down and write to this person. So it makes them feel really special. Like 8 times out of 10, I get my client that they'll take a picture of this and they'll send it to me on Snapchat or on like text messages, and like, oh my gosh, Jackie, like this was so sweet of you. And like I wasn't expecting this. Like, I feel so special. So that's just a big tip for you guys. Like, I don't know, like help yourself stand out this year. $1. You guys can probably order a whole pack on Amazon. Do what you gotta do, but I love Target, and these are $1 and they're super cute. I literally, like, look, these are all closed. I haven't even used them. Anytime I'm there, I pick one up because they're $1. Okay, so what's next? Okay, ask for more referrals this year. I'm actually going to go into an email right now and show you guys how I asked for a referral today. I had someone say basically no to the 21 Day Fix Challenge Pack because she's trying to get pregnant. I guess that was her way of saying that she wasn't too serious right now. Let's see, my Gmail. I'm trying to get in. Okay, so so this is the email where she basically said no, and I said, okay, no worries. I totally understand. I'll be here when you're ready. Feel free to send any friends or family members you have my way that want a lifestyle change. I am truly passionate about what I do, and I want to help as many women as possible. We will keep in touch. That was me asking for referrals. I wasn't too direct. There have been other times where I'm a lot more direct, and I basically tell them, who do you know in your life that would, benefit from a weight loss group or like an online support group? Because if you say, I learned this from Danny Johnson too. Like, you have to be, like, if you're asking for something, you have to be very specific. So you don't say, oh, do you know of anyone? Because people are going to be like, no, I don't know anyone. If you say, who do you know, that forces them to go into their brain and think about, oh yeah, I have that coworker or friend that's always complaining that her pants don't fit or whatever. If you ask them, who do you know in your life that needs to X, Y, Z? And then they'll be like, And if they really can't think of someone, they'll be like, oh yeah, but I've actually used it and it works. And I've had people actually tag me, or they'll send them a message or whatever. And even if it doesn't always convert into a client, it's still a referral, and they're still, either following me on Instagram or we're friends on Facebook. So eventually they'll see my stuff one day. So that's that. Okay, so the next thing was invest in your business. This year, commit to attending either 1 seminar, 2, or however many you'd like, but commit to actually investing in your business, whether it's a seminar, an online course, books, or hiring help. hiring someone to help you grow your Instagram, or hiring a business coach, or whatever it may be. Number 8, spend less time consuming information and more time executing what you already know. I feel like this is going to be my motto this year, because you guys, I am obsessed. Like it's like a sick obsession. Like I am so hungry to learn every single day that I feel like I give myself so much that I'm like, I don't even give myself time to like actually like execute, go out into the world and do what I'm listening and what I'm learning. So I feel like this year needs to be different. I feel like we already know what we need to do. We need to stop learning so much, and we need to actually execute what we already know. And this was like perfect when it came to Amanda. I'm like, this is perfect, because I know that you guys love consuming information just as much as I do, because we love learning and we want to get better. But we have to take a cold, hard look and think about like how much time are we actually spending on executing everything we're learning, right? Because we're learning so much at a very fast rate. Number 9, commit to doing 5 things that really scare you in the next 3 months. So really think about that. If you guys want to share that with me, you're more than welcome to. But we have to continuously step out of our comfort zone. And for us, like we're stepping into like the photography world, and it scares me. I don't know if it scares Aiden, but it really does scare me, because we're amateur. Like we're amateurs. Like we've never done that before. It's like unknown territory. And I know that we're going to fail. I know that there's going to be times where I'm going to question myself. And it's something really scary that I'm doing within the next 3 months. I don't know what the other 4 things are right now, but the biggest thing I can think about is stepping into the photography world. So I want you guys to commit to doing 5 things that really scare you. Maybe last year you talked about doing Facebook Live and you only went live like twice. We'll commit to doing more live videos this year. Just do stuff that helps you step out of your comfort zone so that you can grow as a person. And number 10, always start and finish our programs. This year they're releasing 3 new programs. I have a wild guess that one's going to be from Chalene Johnson, one's going to be from our new celebrity trainer, and I don't know, I can't think of who else would be the third one. But Chalene Johnson, I follow her, like I like stalk her. No, I don't, but I listen to her podcast. I follow her on Snapchat. She's been doing stuff like she'll ask stuff like, do you want to see another program? I don't know, you guys got to ask Beachbody, like da-da-da. And she'll kind of be like, I don't know, they haven't really asked me to create a new program, but I feel like she is just trying to create that hype. I don't know what she's going to do. I feel like it's going to be like a weightlifting program, just from like the few hints that she's been giving us on Snapchat. And this has been over the past few months. Like it hasn't been like recently. She'll give like drops, or she'll drop hints or whatever. And she's been talking about, I feel like she's going to come out with a program that might customize like the way that we eat based on like our body type. I know that our programs already do that, but she's been doing a lot of research, and she's been testing it on herself. Like, I don't know, some way that she's eating. She talks about it on her podcast and stuff. So I have a feeling that she'll be one of them. If I'm wrong, whatever. But Beachbody announced that we're doing 3 new programs this year. So commit to always starting and finishing them. Like I committed to quarter fours from start to finish, and it's only 30 days, and it's such an accomplishment to be able to say like, yeah, I finished that program. Like I did it in its entirety. Like I followed it to a T during the holidays. So make this year different, and start and finish our programs, and be willing to try more of our programs. So those are kind of my tips that I have for you guys right now. We literally have less than a minute, and I honestly wanted to talk to you guys. But I feel like I had so much to share because we haven't had a team call in a long time. So maybe we'll just talk in our team page. Lindsay has a free group that she's running on Monday. I don't feel ready to run one. I'm brainstorming for February. I want to do like a really big how to meal prep group. Stephanie Lane did one a few months ago, and she literally had like 300 people. So I think that would be really good, because right now there's people that are like already on their journey, but they're having trouble with meal prep. So if you guys are in, let me know, and I think we should do that. But Lindsay's hosting one on Monday. If you guys are ready, you want to start promoting, I'll get you guys added into that group, and you guys can run a free clean eating group on Monday. Lindsay's hosting that with some of our other coaches and some of her other diamond coaches. So I'm going to unmute you guys before it like kicks me off. Do you guys have any questions? No?
Probably no.
It's been a long day. Say hi, Camilo.
Hi.
So yeah, Marie, I feel like you might be interested. Lindsay is hosting that. I'll add you into that group if you want. You would technically have to promote the next 3 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and invite people. Set a goal.
I'm not ready for that. That's super fast.
Huh?
I said that's super fast. I didn't put enough thought process into it.
Yeah. No, it's no worries. Like, I didn't know either. Like, Lindsay has another group for like her personally sponsored coaches, and she posted about it yesterday. So technically giving us Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday to promote. I don't feel ready for it because I'm kind of focusing on other things, and I